All right. So let's go stairs up. Maxo. Maxo yame. Show me. Hey. Akani. Hey. Yeah. Stretch. Okay. Let's do some jumping jacks. Get warmed up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. All right. Left ankle around. So today we'll be working on work stances, not necessarily using them a whole lot, but just stretching them back and straight. Reverse. One of the things I'm noticing that when I'm training outside is that my stance is significantly higher than when I'm training in grass. Knee. So I'm noticing that when I'm doing techniques, I don't nearly have the flexibility or range that I used to have. And I saw this immediately when I went to Hambu Dojo, other leg around. When I started doing some techniques on a hard, nice floor, and I noticing I was coming up a lot shorter than I normally would. So we'll do some drills today. We focus more on placing your feet in the right position, not necessarily moving your hip, but making sure that your stance is the right distance. Side. So, together. So if you notice, I put Sensei Maynard Miner's picture on the Facebook invite, and that's unfortunately he had passed away on the 27th, reverse. And my first memory of Sensei Miner, hips, was about 2001 or 2, and he had come down to college, reverse, to do a collegiate camp. Didn't know who he was, but I noticed when he walked in the room, he looked really strong. Short guy, but very, very strong. Shoulders. I didn't think much of it, but I knew he was a high-ranking guy. And then all the senseis were taking turns teaching. Sensei Poise, Sensei Sensei Amin, Sensei Hoffman, and then Sensei Minor gets arms. And he just gets down into kiba-dachi, and we just start doing punching drills. And he reminded me a lot when I saw Ochu Sensei do that. Very similar caliber of power. Low stance, very strong. Stance didn't move at all. Crossing, just an amazingly strong stance and amazingly quick and strong techniques. Palms up. So he passed away again on the 27th. Last time I did see him was Brooklyn in 2019 during the regional tournament. So I did at least get to see him then. So, okay. Twisting. And he ran the Flatbush dojo. And before I joined this dojo, I knew there were 2 dojos I never want to go up to against a tournament, Fairfax and Flatbush. Both those dojos had some real fighters, and I just could not get past them. Bend your left knee, both feet flat. So that was a pretty strong testament of what he could produce in skill set. Ankle over, hands up, hip down. Shoulder to your knee. And lean back. Pull your shoulders back. Other side. Both feet flat. Deep stance. Ankle over, hands up, hip down. Shoulder to your knee. Lean back. Up. Head up and down. Left to right. Ear to shoulder. And around. Reverse. And shake out. Turn on Shun-yugi. Okay. So again, today's focus will be stretching our stances back to the feet position or in the correct spots. So let's do a few simple drills first, then we'll break them down. So let's start left leg forward, right? Your left foot doesn't change position for this drill. So I'm gonna anchor mine on this X right here. But if you want, just grab something, throw it on the floor, and just make sure your foot stays near it. You'll be rotating your foot a little bit, but you shouldn't be taking your foot away from that. So, or find a little knot on the floor, on the wood, and something to mark where you're putting your foot. So again, left foot not going to change for these drills. Okay, so first one, Maeh-geri, stepping in Ura-ken, gyaku-zuki. So Maeh-geri Nibon-zuki. Okay. Itch. Okay. Now right foot sliding to the side, enpi, knee. Okay. Hold on a second. And then same foot, Uraken, gyaku-zuki, Zenkutsu-dachi. Knee. Okay. Left foot stays where it is. Go back into ko-kutsu-dachi, Shuto-uke. Okay. Shi. Okay. Left foot raises, mawashi, gyaku-zuki in place. Some. Okay. Ready. Maeh-geri Nibon-zuki. Itch. To your right, enpi. Knee. Okay. Uraken, gyaku-zuki. Sam. Shuto. Shi. Mawashi, gyaku-zuki. Go. Okay. 3 counts. 1 count in each direction. Itch. Knee. Some. Itch. Knee. Some. Itch. Knee. Some. Whole thing, 1 count slowly. Ready? So again, Maeh-geri Nibon-zuki. Enpi, Uraken, gyaku-zuki. Shuto, mawashi, gyaku-zuki. Stay in ko-kutsu-dachi for the final gyaku-zuki. No speed. Itch. Knee. Some. Shi. Shi. Go. Okay. So again, no focus on speed today. The arm techniques should just give you enough static so you do have to focus on your legs, but I just don't want to be moving between stances. That's not a fun class. Okay, so let's go right leg forward on your ankle point. Come on. Okay, same techniques. Let's do 2 counts in each direction. Well, 1 count first, 2 counts to the left, 2 counts to the rear. Okay. Maeh-geri Nibon-zuki. Ich. Enpi. Ni. Ura-ken gyaku-zuki. Sam. Shuto. Shi. Mawashi-geri. Go. Okay. Ich. Ni. Sam. Shi. Go. Okay. 1 count each direction, same speed. Ich. Ni. Sam. Ich. Ni. Sam. One count, whole thing. Okay. No speed. Ich. Ni. Sam. Shi. Go. Yama. Okay, so that should at least stretch your legs out a little bit. Okay, any questions about those techniques so far? Okay, let's break it down a little bit. So, first technique we were doing, pretty much stepping in, Zenkutsu-dachi. So this is what my Zenkutsu-dachi looks like on camera now. During class in the field, I'm pretty sure I'm up here. Sometimes I look down, and it looks like almost Sanchin-dachi. So, I know for a fact all of you can do this. Stepping in with no hand techniques, make proper distance, 1 shoulder width, wide, 2 shoulder widths across. I think everyone could do that fine. Stepping in, stepping out. The problem usually happens when you start throwing techniques in there. It seems to get shorter and shorter and shorter. Okay, so let's not let that happen by doing a small progression. So same move forward and back. But in this case, I want to make sure my first step forward, that's where my foot lands every time, no matter what technique I do. Every single time, my foot must land in a book. I cannot do this. Okay. So we already know your foot can be anchored someplace. Find another point to mark the floor where your foot's going to land every single time. I'm going to use this blue line. So again, Same move in and out. First move, just stepping in, Zenkutsu-dachi. Land your mark. That's your baseline. Here and out, land every time. Step back, knee. Okay. Step in, Nibon-zuki. Sam. Step back, Nibon-zuki. Step in, Maeh-geri, shi. Step back, Maeh-geri. Okay. Step in, Ura-ken. Sorry, not Uraken. Age-uke. Shi. Same things up and back. Now step in Uraken, gyaku-zuki. Go. Back. Okay. Every single time, land your mark. Step in, no hands. Step in Nibon-zuki. Step in Maeh-geri. Then Age-uke. Then Uraken. So 5 different techniques each time. Okay. So in, out. Okay. Ready? Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, two, ju. Okay. Not hard. Let's go a little faster now. Each time. Try to make sure your foot lands on the mark every single time. So no hands. Nibon-zuki, Maeh-geri, Age-uke, Uraken. Ready? Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, two, ju. Not hard, easy. Okay. That's the baseline I'm going to hold you on for the rest of the class. Every single time, land your mark. Let's do starting right leg forward this time, stepping with the left foot. Okay. Switch side, shi. Okay. First slow. Ready? No hands. Ich. And if you feel it's too easy, push your base leg back. Ni. Nibon-zuki. Sam. Shi. Maeh-geri. Go. Roku. Age-uke. Shichi. Hachi. Uraken. Two. Ju. 10. Medium speed. No hands. Nibon-zuki. Maeh-geri. Age-uke. Uraken. Ready? Ich. Ni. Sam. Shi. Go. Roku. Shichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Anchor that right foot. Okay. All 10. Faster now. Ready? Ich. Ni. Sam. Shi. Go. Roku. Shichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Come on. All right. Okay. So it's a drill for the first technique we did, stepping in, Maeh-geri, Nibon-zuki. Next one is stepping in to the side, enpi, Uraken, gyaku-zuki. So, funny thing about kiba-dachi and Zenkutsu-dachi, there's very similar. So, if right now I'm in kiba-dachi, center line is on this blue line. So here's my center of gravity. If I shift to the right, Zenkutsu-dachi, the only thing that really shifts is the right side of my body. Okay. I'm keeping my left hand pointing to the camera so I know it's center. My shoulder, my whole chest doesn't go that way. Okay. But furthermore, my right foot, even though it shifts, stays close to the line. not far back, but pretty close. So here, my pinky toe is up against the line. When I shift, I'm still close to the line, which means my weight went from here to here. So don't shrink your Zenkutsu-dachi when coming off kiba-dachi. So I'm going to do it sideways, but you want to do it facing the camera, that's fine. So first move again, right leg enpi. Second move, shifting Uraken gyaku-zuki and cycle back enpi. Okay. So if I have my wall over here, I'll be using a wall. In other words, my toes should be pretty close to the wall the entire time. Okay. So from here, my elbow not go past this blue line, but unfortunately here, I use my hammer going to the wall. So use some sort of line on the floor. I have a fireplace mantle right here. I was using it for a little bit until I stubbed my toe in the marble and decided it was not worth it. So find something you can benchmark yourself to make sure, even though your left foot is pretty much anchored, your right foot is staying close to that mark. Okay, so this is a shift of weight out, then a shift of weight back. Okay, so it's kiba-dachi. Okay, from here. Okay, so first, Uraken gyaku-zuki. Itch. Okay. Right elbow, knee. Some. Shi. Go. Push your weight to your front knee. Sich. Hachi. Ju. Ju. So this time, 2 moves, 1 count. So itch, boom, boom, boom. Okay. So kiba-dachi first, ending in gyaku-zuki. Okay. I don't have doubts most people have kiba-dachi correct, but Zenkutsu-dachi, make sure you're not coming away from your line. Okay. So starting left hand out, gyaku-zuki. Hold on a second. Just got that working out inside my house. I need to turn my air conditioner on. Okay, left hand out, ready? 2 moves, 1 count. Itch. E. Pull your body into that Uraken. Some. Shi. Go. Hook. Sich. Hutch. Q. Q. And you did this right. Your right thigh and your left calf should hurt. Stretch them out. Either that or everyone's already in shape and I'm just out of shape. Okay, let's go to the other side. So again, let's start from facing gyaku-zuki. So left leg forward, gyaku-zuki, facing your mark. Okay. So the first move, switching in kiba-dachi, left hand, enpi. Itch. Okay. Uraken gyaku-zuki. Knee. I came up a little short, which means I need to stretch my stance out. Okay. Enpi. Sam. Shi. Go. Roku. Shichi. Hachi. I say before you switch in the stance, throw your hand with your leg. So don't do Uraken and kiba-dachi. Uraken is you land in Zenkutsu-dachi. So feel like you're pulling yourself into your stance. Okay. So yeah, you yank your arm into Zenkutsu-dachi. Yes. Yeah. So use your torso to pull yourself into stance. Okay. Resuming from here. I'm sorry. We start from gyaku-zuki. Oh, we hadn't done that. So again, in here, Uraken, ready? Ich, ni, sam, good, shi, go, roku, suchi, hachi, two, ju. You go, your back leg stays put, only your front leg moves. So back leg stays.
Yeah. So which hand is Uraken?
Left hand. So left hand Uraken, left hand moves, left foot moves. Right hand gyaku-zuki. Then again, left elbow enpi. Okay. Now move your left leg. Correct. All right. Let's start again. Right hand gyaku-zuki. Okay. So right hand out. Two moves, one count. Ich. So enpi, then switching into Uraken. Ready? Starting right hand gyaku-zuki. 10 moves, or 10 counts. Ready? Ich. Ni. Sam. Shi. Keep base your feet. Go. Pay attention with that left foot. Look. Sich. Hutch. Two. Ju. Da. Yame. All right. All right. So again, don't shrink back for this. Drive in for that Uraken. So don't stand up. So the idea is you're going into the technique. You don't have to move your back foot. Sometimes on keyhome we do that. Okay, last one. So the first one was translation. Moving in and out. In and out. Second one was transitioning without translation. Transition, 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 without moving the weight a long distance. Last one's the hardest one. Transition without elevation. Which means if I'm here in ko-kutsu-dachi and I want to do Mawashi-geri, same height. Same height. Not this. I'm pretty sure everyone does this or used to do this. Oh, I'm gonna do Maeh-geri, my front leg. Hikes back, kicks, and comes down. That's understandable. Your back leg is straight. It's really hard to make power up straight leg. From ko-kutsu-dachi, your back leg is already bent. And your weight is 70% toward the back. Okay, you see I have my feet pretty much near the ends of this line. And my weight's almost entirely on this side, on this half. Okay, which means that if I go any further back, I'm going away from the opponent. Not toward, away. So I want to push in. Okay, without rising up, shifting back, bending over. So this is the hardest one so far today. Transition without translation or elevation. Okay, so obviously there will be slight movements in the hip, so they're not perfectly same. So there's gonna be a little bit of a hip jerk, a little bit of a torso twist, but do not do this. Do not lean back, do not stand up, do not bend over. Okay. As much as I would love to do this slow, gravity would not let us do that. So you're going to have to snap out and come down. You cannot do this slow before gravity starts pulling you to the ground. Bend that knee. So again, let's start left leg ko-kutsu-dachi. Okay. So again, right leg bent. So 2 moves, 1 count. So from here, left leg, front leg, mawashi, and as you land, gyaku-zuki. Okay. Right leg, bent leg does all the work. Okay. 10 moves, or 10 counts. 2 moves each count. Okay. Try to catch the floor with your gyaku-zuki. Ready? Itch. Knee. Some. Chi. Don't lean back. Look at the camera. Go. Here, let me do this so we can all see each other. Because right now, all of you see me. Stop, spotlight. Okay, can everyone see everyone right now? Okay, everyone sees everyone. That means you see yourself as well. So stare at yourself in the camera and figure out what you're doing. Okay. Ready? Back to 0. Mawashi, left leg. Gyaku-zuki, right hand. Well, if you turn sideways, you can see yourself better how much you tilt back. Yeah, so face with your belt toward the camera. With your feet lateral. There we go. Okay. Ready? So if you want to, stare at the camera while you do this. Itch. Knee. Oh, you're leaning. Some. Stare at the camera. Chi. Watch yourself like the mirror. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Yame. Right leg should be burning right now. Again, holding that weight on that leg. It's a very momentary Sagi-dachi, one leg stance. I treat every kick like you're doing Sagi-dachi, right in the middle, just holding your weight on there. Just in case I said this doesn't work, maybe go to the side. So again, this is training the bent leg, which is probably the more important leg in stances for in terms of coiled energy. Okay, left leg. Okay, again, my feet are near the ends of the tape. My weight is stay between this side of half and not go too far. So my head should not be blocking this picture frame in any way, right here. So my head should stay under it and in front of it almost all the time. Okay. So let's do 5 slow, 10 fast. Right? Remember, right leg, washi, left hand, gyaku-zuki. Ready? Watch the camera, watch yourself. That's your mirror. Itch. Knee. Some. Push in. Not back. Go. Hook. Push in. Switch. Hachi. Q. Ju. Okay. 10 faster. Itch. Knee. Push in. Thumb. Chi. Go. Hook. Shichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Yame. All right. So again, switch back. So again, we train translation, moving your stance over a large distance, transition without translation, staying in place, and then transition without elevation. Try to kick without driving yourself off your center of gravity. So these are tough. Okay. So let's go back to the original drill, but this time focus on those parts of the drill. When you're stepping in, or you're translating and laying in a full stance, or you're landing in a short stance. When you're shifting to the side, not only do you land this full stance, you stayed in a full stance. When you're coming back, you throw a technique without coming off your balance. Are you staying on your point? Okay. So all those techniques, making sure that you actually use your weight where it needs to be, driving it forward, twisting it in place, or cementing it so you throw one half your body to target while the other side stays still. Okay. So let's start left leg forward, Mike. Let your anchor, left leg stays. Okay. Each time. 1, 2, 3, 1 count. Ready? First 5 slow, last 5 faster with ki. Ready? Itch. Knee. Pay attention to your stance. Some. She. Roll. Ready? Speed. No, 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 no. I'm watching you. Ready? Itch. Hey. Pay attention to where your feet lands. Boom. Keep your anchor. She. Don't let your hips tip too much on the kick. Last kick. Go. Ready. All right. Okay. Other leg, right leg first. Mike. Okay. 1 count, all 3 directions. Slow. 5 slow, 5 fast. Ready? Itch. Knee. Remember, Mawashi, not Maeh-geri. Some. Maeh-geri. MITIGATION. Shuto, then Mawashi. Foot should be parallel to the floor. Go. Now speed. Ready? Itch. Good. B. Boom. Wide kiba-dachi. She. Kiba-dachi should be just as wide as Zenkutsu-dachi. Go. All right. Okay. So, work the legs. I should have stretched your legs pretty well, and they're pretty sore. So, I'm a big advocate. 5 minutes after class, cooling down, stretching. In this case, I want to preserve the flexibility I just yanked out of your legs. So let's do about 5-7 minutes of stretching drill. So the first one is the calf and work our way up the leg. So this one's easiest on the wall, but I'll demonstrate it here. Put your ankle or your heel in front and push your foot into something. So here you're stretching your lower calf. So use something upright, a wall, a leg of a chair, something that's not going to move. Okay, so just putting the ball of your foot on the wall and straightening your body into the wall. Stretch out that lower calf. Everything in the lower half, the back side of your leg. Say that chair might move, so I would use the wall. In the wall, you can start pushing your chest into it, straighten your back. Higher up, toes to the ceiling, toes to the ceiling. Other side, toes to the ceiling, heel close to the wall, and try to straighten your leg into it. Bending the lower half. Get closer, you can see. Nope, can't see that. Here we go. Too much static. Okay, next one. Just to the upper calf. So get in the stance, push your back leg out so that your heel is off the ground. Okay, and then try to straighten your leg. If you can touch your heel to the ground, push your foot out further. Or you kind of just try to bring your heel to the ground, but don't let it touch. If you can, go back a little further and try to straighten your leg, but don't let your heel touch. If your heel's touching, you're not getting out of it. Push your leg further back. Try to put all that leverage. The upper leg, upper part of your calf should now feel it. And using your front leg to push your weight back. Doing an elongated 10 count rather than a 5 count. The other side. So in stance, and push your foot a little further back. Try to find a point where you can straighten your leg but not touch your heel to the ground. So, okay. And while you're doing that, push your weight down. So push your hip to the ground, but push your heel back to the floor. And hey, Maggie. Okay. Next one. From here, stance. Okay. But in this case, leaning back. So trying to stretch the front of your leg. So keep your heel up, leaning back, trying to stretch the front. So if you're right here, in front of your leg, that's where deep stances come from. Other side, again, heel up, pushing your weight down and pulling your shoulders back, stretching the front. Okay. Next one. So let's see. Let's do Shuto-uke, feet 45. Okay. Try to get your legs parallel, lean on them. Now, push into one leg, look the other way, try to pull your adductors open. So this is kind of a split on one side of your leg. So in this case, you're looking to the right, pushing your left elbow into your leg, stretching the groin on your left side. Okay. This is where your good ko-kutsu-dachi comes from. Opening your adductors. Okay? Other side, looking to your left, pushing with your right forearm. Okay? And don't go high. Try to have your legs, your thighs parallel to the ground. A forced split. Again, push your whole shoulder into your right leg. Okay. Next one. So butterfly, put your chest to the floor. So put your feet together, knees to the ground. And from here, bring your heels as close to your butt as you can. And then push your chest up and try to push your hips into the ground. So it's like an easy split. Okay. Keep your feet together. Right, push your hip into the floor, shoulders up. Shoulders up, you go. Try to push your body up. Straighten your arms if you can. And push your hip down. Push your belt into the floor. That will give you the leverage to stretch your hips. Up. Next one. So it's sitting on the ground still again. Left leg over your right. Okay. Take your right arm and wrap it around your knee. Okay. Don't leverage it. This is a different one. This is for your spine. This one's for your IT band. So grab your knee and pull it in. You should feel it right down here. Sharp stretch right here. Obviously, don't pull too hard. Okay. So pulling your knee into your chest. Other side. Right leg, right ankle to your left knee. Grab your left arm around your right knee and pull it toward you. Feel some stretching right below your buttocks. It helps you to look away from your knee. Okay. Last one. Standing up, feet together. Okay. So take your right foot, put over your left. Okay. Keep your left heel on the ground. Left hand up. Push your left hip over. Okay. So keep your left leg straight and try to reach over and make a crescent. Okay. This is mostly up here, but a little bit on the back of the leg. Okay. You should feel in your hip flexor, at least right here. Okay. So again, you're trying to reach the wall with your left hand, reach your hip with your left, reach the other wall with your left hip. Okay. Other side. Right leg straight this time. Left leg over. Push your right hip to the wall. Your right hand to the other wall. Okay. Okay. So keep your right leg straight. Bend your left knee for balance. Push your hip into the wall. I'm trying to push my hip out beyond my feet and use my hand to counterbalance me. You need to grab something for stability. That's not a problem. Last one. Feet together. Bend over and touch your toes. You can't touch your toes. Grab your ankles. Try to pull yourself down to the floor. Or maybe grab your shin or whatever you need to kind of pull yourself down and stretch your hamstrings that go across your butt. Okay. Relax, let loose, let your hands dangle, and grab and pull again. Try to get a little bit more. Get a centimeter out of it. Stretch each time. Okay. The entire back of your leg should be stretching. Your calves all the way up to your buttocks. Relax. Let your arms hang. Should be hanging a little bit lower than last time. Okay. And when you stretch, when you yank this time, try to breathe out. Ready? Pull. Release. Pull. Exhale. Release. Last one. Pull. Exhale. And slowly come up. All right. Nice and limber. Try to keep the flexibility in all sides of your legs, whether it be on your calf or the sides of your thighs. You're going to need that flexibility next time. So hopefully getting our stance back to a nice hardwood form. Okay. So that. Maxo. Maxo Yame. Dojo-kun. Seek perfection of character. Be faithful. Endeavor. Respect others. Refrain from violent behavior. Show me. Hey. Okay. Hey. Up. All right. Thank you. So hopefully, remember,